Will Whitt, Tiger Pohlmann here.
Tiger Pohlmann, Will Whitt.
Yeah, well, okay, yeah. See that away. But anyway, Will,
Yes.
first time down here.
It's amazing.
Ain't it?
It's not overwhelming, but it's a lot to take in.
Well, and you know, the thing about it is these are all invitational tractors here. We're at the National Farm and Machinery Show, by the way.
In Louisville, Kentucky.
Louisville, Kentucky. So you kind of missed that part of it, but we'll get it around. They got pro stocks and mods and four-wheel drive and two-wheel drive and Superform and light pros and
That's right.
you know.
A little bit of everything.
Yes, sir.
And I will say, we're looking at this thing and we see a good amount of green, a good amount of red, but I see a little bit of orange and a little bit of blue. And then, of course, you got the trucks and the two-wheel drives.
Oh, we got
and
a
the
case, too.
We do have a case.
Yes.
We're going to put a GoPro on the case.
Yes, yes. So it's one of those deals where, you know, these guys are you're more to the top of the line, you know. I've been coming down here for probably 35 plus years or something, and we always wanted, you know, I got to give a little shout out to Clint Tucker and the boys because we always talked about pulling here, but we never really, we knew that we probably weren't in that category. So when he started that, it made it a little bit more that indoor pulls are a little bit more around, but you actually get to see some of the tractors you'd never see here. But here you're at the cream of the crop, the elite. You know, these guys are the guys that run the big, they've done the time, the research, and a little bit of greenbacks to get this thing to be here. You know,
Tuned in hours on the dyno.
Yeah.
Like I said, we were talking to the North Carolina team, the bad boy, Marvin McDonald and Daniel will be doing the driving, but they got the blocks off. They got the, you know, they got the blocks sent off. They got the heads off. They're trying to figure out what the season's going to look like.
They had a cracked crank too.
Yeah,
Broken crank. Was it broken crank?
Yeah, I believe so. But you know, everybody's trying to figure out what their season is, and this is a great place not to test and tune, but
no.
you want to have your A game here.
Correct.
So that the fans in the stands and watching around the world really get a premium show, and like I said, there's just so much iron here. It's diverse, but it is a green and red show.
Yes, sir.
And I don't know what class I'm looking forward to most. You got the boys from North Carolina. You got Brandon Lee. We call him Superman. I see him down there. And he runs out on the track. They won't let him do that here. But,
right.
I mean, wild man. And then you got the guys from out west who they pull all the time.
Correct.
And so they got to make sure their stuff is up to snuff. But this is we call this the Super Bowl.
That's right. That's right.
Of truck and tractor pull for a good reason.
Yep.
And why do you think that is? Just I think I've never been here. I've never even been into Broadbent yet.
Right.
But it's got a certain feel to it. You see, it almost looks like people walking and looking at every little thing. And these things look amazing.
Yes.
Tire dressing, everything.
You know, and the thing is, these guys, you're right. When they bring them in here, they bring them in here for a show. You know what I'm saying? The hoods are open. They want everybody to look and see what they got. They're inviting you as fans to come and check them out. You know, and you know the biggest thing about this is that this is just one night.
Right.
So tomorrow when we come back in, they'll only have 3 pro stocks in here that made it to the finals. They'll have
3, right.
Right. And then they'll have 6 of the mods get to come back in. So they got 2 classes of mod, they got 4 classes of pros, and so 3 each night. So there'll be 12 at the end, you know what I'm saying? But the thing is, a guy doesn't really realize that this is just one night that they come in. Tomorrow when you come in, there'll be a whole new bunch of tractors in here and trucks. You know
and I'm looking out there, and I'm thinking we're at somewhere around 60 vehicles or something like that.
I'd say you're probably right.
Maybe a touch more.
Right.
But it's right around that number, and I don't think that's too much for this type of show. I think it starts. What time? What's our show time tonight?
Oh, I think 6 or 7.
6 or 7. It's one of those.
Something like that. You know, we should be a little bit more versed on this, but you know,
the seasoned pros in front of the camera. But I haven't even looked at the schedule. But you're right. This is just one night, and
right.
You know, it's hard. This is a premium show for one pull.
Pull, yes.
But then there's more.
There's a full. you know, it's all full back
You got
there.
the sharpest hauler in the world cutting my boy up, Tiger here. I mean, there's 2 trucks in there that's not even in here.
No.
He got a little boo-boo
Yeah, I got
there.
a little boo-boo there.
But
Wound
no,
up was hanging up on the rack and cut my finger this morning. Of course, blood was a little thin. I'm not sure what happened there. But anyway, we got
well,
her
you got a
fixed.
nice hat out of it. So
I did.
Yeah,
I did. Actually, I got 2, but I got blood on the other one. So I had to go
Copping
ahead.
the merch there and representing the brand. But no, Tiger, I mean, we see the hoods open and the body's lifted. And
Correct.
The thing I like about this level of pulling, it's not about, hey, I got this secret, I got this, you know. Well, yeah, we understand there's tire pressure and weights
Sure,
and all that
absolutely.
stuff. But it's, I've got the best, you've got the best.
Right.
We're going to give it our best shot. And hey, we're still going to be nice and amenable after the pull. But
Sure.
when we hook to that sled, we're
Well,
going to be
and the
just
thing
the
is-
best, the worst of enemies too.
You're looking here. You got Outlaws. You've got PPL. You've got NTPA.
Mm-hmm.
You've got regional tractors that run actually really, really well. And the thing is, you're getting. That was the one thing I always liked about here is that everybody came down here and got to run. It didn't matter which association you ran with, they made it work together, you know. And that's the genius of the tractor pulling committee down here at the National Farm Machinery Show. They have figured out how to get everybody together and let everybody pull and make a good hook. And I think that is one of the biggest things that, you know, when you bring that many tractors from that many different fields together and put them all in the same spot, it's just a really neat concept. And you know, I'd love to see more of it.
I think that the next decade or so is going to be a lot of that.
I think
because
so.
there's a lot of pullers out there, but you do have different cubes and you have different HPs out there that you're trying to figure out, well, what can run with what. And
Right.
I think you're going to see a lot of that to say, hey, look, these tractors from Outlaw can run with some 10,000 pound pro stocks from the NTPA and the PPL, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But
No.
I think there can be a happy marriage as long as you make it an even.
Well, we've seen
fit
one of the
battle.
other organizations put in a turbo rule this year, and that's going to go ahead and those two they can run either one. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's going to bring some stuff together. I really do. If we start to see a little bit more of these kind of merged rules where everybody's running off the same one, and you don't have to buy parts for this one and this one, you know. We used to see guys run a Super Farm Charger for one group and then turn around and switch chargers and go run the other group, you know, and I think that you'll actually see some of this coming together, and I think that it'll be better for the fans and the pullers both.
I remember you have the Bandit down there, and he was running a Super Farm at Langford last year, and they had 4 1s running with it, mod turbos in that class, and I think there is a happy marriage that can happen because we all know state level pulling is you're going to build to that class.
Sure,
And,
absolutely.
But it's interesting to see. Okay, now let's see how I can fit into these rules here.
Yep.
You know, and I think
Well, then you got some of the guys that have tractors that they know are a different type of horsepower. You know, say a Super Farm where it's built on more torque than it is on
Right.
RPMs and stuff, but they ain't scared to jump in that other class either.
No, you know, but you know, this obviously we see it with college football all the time. You see these weaker teams go play the bigger teams. Well, after they've been taking those beatings enough times, they figure out what they got to do to step up
Yes,
and
sir.
compete.
Yes,
and I
sir.
think there's a beautiful thing with that too, learning
Right.
and figuring out what I need to do to go to that next level. And certainly this is that level
Yep.
that they want to shoot for. So I look forward to it being my first time seeing it, hearing it, feeling it, being so close.
Yep. And we haven't even, the farm show down here, folks, if you've never been to this farm show, there's over 1 million square feet under roof. And I'm going to tell you right now, when you walk in and see one of the largest combines sitting in there, and it's dwarfed by the size of the room that you're in, you go, wow. You know, they look a lot bigger outside in the field. You know what I'm saying?
Wait. You're telling me there's a farm show too? I was looking at this, I'm thinking, we come to a tractor pull and a farm machinery show breaks out. No, that's right. There's going to be, and I've already seen pictures of some of that stuff rolling in, and
Yeah.
I saw a sprayer up on hoists, and I'm like, that thing's 10 foot in the air.
Yep.
and you can't even see the ceiling.
Right.
You know, so it's immense. I cannot wait to see that. We brought our walking shoes.
Yes, sir.
And we're going to have
I told Will, I said, Will, you want to go? He goes, yeah. And so he decided to come. I said, bring comfortable shoes.
Yeah.
Because you can walk miles and miles and miles in this place and never see everything. It's that big.
Well, you like certain things and I like certain things, but there's plenty to see.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, if you're just a tractor puller, you say, hey, look, I'm a Ford guy. Well, we got Fords.
Yes.
You know, not a lot of them.
No.
But we got them. And but same thing with the farming stuff. You know, maybe you're a Fendt guy. Guess what?
They got Fendt.
They got Fendt.
Yes,
you
sir.
Know? Not too much of the European brands, but there are some things.
Here.
It's all represented here, and you'd be surprised what you see. And there is
some of the stuff that you go in there and you look at, you know, and they make buggies and stuff like that I have never seen, you know, and you go, huh, what did you make that for? You know, and they wound up, somebody put it together in their shop, took an old one, put it all together, and then they wound up, they go, man, somebody else wanted one. Well, next thing you know, they've got their own company going now where they make these four-wheel drive little, who you call it, and it's just my phone. Maybe somebody's watching.
I thought it was me. Okay,
I think it was me. Yeah.
Well, mine over there. But no, so there's a little bit for everybody here.
Yeah.
And if you want to tune in, there's only one way to watch it. It's watchpulling.tv.
Yep.
And I think it's $40 tonight or something like that. Go to watchpulling.tv, get it. Or you can buy all the sessions and they give you a little bit of break. I think it's $150 if you buy everything. Otherwise, you're going to spend $220. Just go ahead and buy the whole thing, and you're going to enjoy it. And
absolutely.
You're going to.
And the thing is, you can watch it
for up to a year.
That's right, and get to see whatever you know. You can rewind, put it on slow mo. When you watch you know, let's face it, there's going to be some carnage. You know
something's going to break. It's a tractor pull, and they're pulling a heavy sled.
Yeah, that's right.
And
it attracts to what 240 at the
and these guys don't know. They don't go easy on their stuff.
No,
you know?
no. Everything's on kill for this pull. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. The least little weakness.
It's like being at Bowling Green and wanting to win that ring.
Yeah.
You know you come there for one thing.
Well, when you're the guy who puts it in the sand pile, or lady.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
But here's the thing. When you win, you can hold on to that, and you'll get a jacket and, you know, a championship title that you can, I mean, that will stay with you for the rest of your life.
That's absolutely right.
And no one can take it away from you. And you know, so I'm excited. I know you're excited. You've got me excited about this.
Yeah, it's just, you know, it's one of the neat deals. I had talked to you for a few years already about coming down here, and I always wanted you to come, and so this year it finally happened, and I think it's going to be a really neat
that's
deal.
the problem of having little youngins around. You're like, oh well, I can't, but I worked it out this year, and so, you know, that's where you have a nice support group and stuff like that. But, you know, we've worked it out that we can be here.
Right.
And, but grow it, and, you know, tell people about it, because you have your following, I have my following, and other people have their followings and stuff like that. But it's not all the same. So
No, I agree with you.
So if you see it, you know, you're watching it, you like it, share it, and we'll give you some different looks. Maybe we'll do some TikTok-y type things. Maybe we'll do some Instagram-y type things. And, And we'll share that, and pictures, lots of pictures.
Yep.
Because we can take pictures, but it's just, folks, I just got to tell you, being my first time in Tiger, I'm telling you, I appreciate the opportunity to be here, but it's amazing, and I can't wait to see each day
what comes in them.
What comes in, and the only problem that I see is Saturday. I don't know how much we'll get to see because it's morning session and then pulling. Right. You know, we're not going to have as much time.
Well, the morning session, though, they'll come in on, I think everybody gets
the
night before, or they get in the evening before. So I think that they can bring in, you know, so they got a little bit of extra time, you know, and this year let's face it, we're sitting in T-shirts. You know what I'm saying? Nice weather. You know, it's not always that way down here.
Well, it is supposed to be a touch of cold on Friday.
Okay.
Tornado on Thursday.
Oh, good.
Well, you know, we hope.
Right.
You know, it goes around us.
Well,
but
you know.
They literally, we're expecting all seasons, but right now we're in T-shirts, and you know, we're prepared. We're seasoned.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But no,
I've got it covered. I've got a roll of polar bear fat to keep me
well,
warm.
we all. Anywho, well, we're gonna cut this here. We're gonna check it out, take a look at it, but just stay tuned. But folks, we can't share everything, but we can share a little bit now and a little bit later, and for years to come.
That's right. That's right.
These pullers are going to share this stuff, and but we appreciate. We couldn't do this without fans, really.
I agree.
So,
I agree.
Fans, you know, if you like poles, this is it right here, and you can buy it, and they'll give you some looks that are similar to what we're getting, but it's going to be high quality, I guarantee you.
Yep.
And then we'll give you some of the behind the scenes stuff, and we've got some interviews lined up. We're going to mount some GoPros.
And the thing about it is, folks, if you got a question, text us or anything. And there is no stupid question, okay? if you've got, I'll be right honest with you. Sometimes some of the best ideas come from somebody that has no idea.
An outside opinion.
Yes.
And ask us, because it's not like we don't know anybody.
Right.
If we don't know something, between the two of us, we'll go right up to the person. And you know, that's one of the things we do on our YouTube channel and Facebook is we ask all the, and pollers will get on and answer questions, or they'll tell me the answer and I can get on.
Right.
But if we don't know, we'll find out. And that's
the thing is, if you have people that you want to see, holler at us.
Oh yeah.
We'll go hook up with them. Let's rephrase that. We'll go and interview them and get, you know, and if you've got questions that you want to ask them, we will be happy to go ahead and work with you guys and get it done for you. So that's what that's what we're here for. You know, you kind of, you know, we try to give you what you want, but it makes it a lot easier when we know what you want.
That's right. So, and you like pulling, so, you know, hey, guess what? We got a lot of that. So we're going to shut this down and, you know, we're going to look over our work real quick, but then we're going to go do some more work.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Because we got a badge to earn. So.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, yeah, we got media passes.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So
behind the scenes, you know.
Behind the scenes.
Yeah. But, yeah, we're going to work for them, you know. And
wow, Jeff Hurt. Just one of the guys we know. So, anyway, guys, we'll talk to you later. Be good. WWPTV.
Pure Horsepower News. We're out.